We've all heard the expression, don't do the crime if you can't do the time, but the man you're about to meet is serving 55 years for selling weed while carrying a gun. He'd be doing less time if he were a murderer or a terrorist. He's in this position because of a law that critics say is wasting lives and your tax dollars. Here's my Nightline co-anchor, Byron Pitts.
Treasured old photos spread across a kitchen table. A family taking me on a trip down memory lane.
That's like one of those Leave It to Beaver photos.
But here in the Angelos house, there is pain and anger amidst the laughter.
What are some of those things boys do with their dads that you wish you could have done with your father?
You know, played basketball together. Could have been there for my 16th birthday.
17-year-old Jesse Angelos and his 18-year-old brother Anthony haven't seen their father in 7 years. It's nothing to do with a lack of love. Their dad is in a federal prison 2 states away.
Is one bitter because of that? Sad, angry, some of all the above?
It's mostly sad and then anger after. Sad because there's nothing I could do about it, and angry is that they shouldn't have done that to me. Sorry.
It's okay.
Today marks a bitter anniversary, 11 years to the day since their father, Weldon Angelos, was sent to prison for 55 years. His crime? Carrying a gun and selling 24 ounces of pot.
What do you think of the law that sent your brother away for 55 years?
I don't think it makes any sense. It's like pennies worth of marijuana. How could somebody be doing life for that?
Since Congress created mandatory minimum sentences for drug-related crimes in the 1980s, the federal prison population has quadrupled in size, from 58,000 prisoners to more than 210,000. Many, like Weldon Angelos, are serving decades or more for nonviolent offenses. Salt Lake City, 2002. Weldon Angelos was a 22-year-old aspiring music producer and father of 2 young boys. He founded his own recording company, eventually collaborating with big names like Snoop Dogg. But Angelos also got involved with selling pot. The police caught wind. They set up 3 stings, buying about $1,000 worth of marijuana from Angelos. During the deals, police say Angelos had a gun in his possession, the critical detail that made this case so extreme. The case went to federal court. Angelos was convicted.
Mindless is a good word.
And under the law, Judge Paul Cassell was forced to do something that burdens him still.
Do you ever think about him?
Yeah, I do think about Angelos. I sometimes drive on the interstate by the prison where he's held, and I think that wasn't the right thing to do, and the system forced me to do it.
Under federal mandatory minimum sentencing laws, Angelos was facing 55 years for the gun and marijuana charges combined. He was a first-time offender.
Mandatory minimum is a sentence that says the judge has to impose a particular minimum number of years. It ties the judge's hands.
But it was designed during the Reagan administration's war on drugs to send a message, right, to drug dealers, this won't be tolerated.
So mandatory minimums can be used to send a message, but at some point the message gets lost.
Paul Cassell has since retired from the bench to teach law, but says the Angelos case still weighs on him. The reason he agreed to speak with us about his ruling, something federal judges almost never do.
If he had been an aircraft hijacker, he would have gotten 24 years in prison. If he'd been a terrorist, he would have gotten 20 years in prison. If he was a child rapist, he would have gotten 11 years in prison. And now I'm supposed to give him a 55-year sentence? I mean, that's just not right.
What does the Angelos case and others say about the minimum sentencing laws in the country?
Well, I think we need to change them. Most of the time, our federal criminal justice system works well, but there are some situations where it fails. And the Angelos case is a prime example of that.
Appointed to the bench by George W. Bush, Judge Cassell believes Angelos isn't the only one paying a high and unreasonable cost for these laws.
I thought the sentence was not only unjust to Weldon Angelos, but also unjust to the taxpayers.
It costs close to $29,000 to keep one person in federal prison per year. Weldon Angelos' bill after 55 years will be $1.5 million. The price his family will pay? Untold. Just ask his sister Lisa.
It's hard. I just keep telling him, I said, you know, I'm going to keep fighting. I said, we won't stop at anything.
She's made good on that promise, running petitions, filing appeals, even testifying before Congress. But Lisa knows only an order from President Obama can help set her brother free.
Right now, our only hope that we have is a commutation from President Obama.
In the Angelos family, there's a lot of hope in waiting around for the phone to ring. The weekly call from prison.
This call is from
Weldon Angelos.
an inmate at a federal prison.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing okay.
Weldon Angelos is now 35 years old.
Because I never thought in my lifetime that this could actually happen, especially in America.
Phone calls like these, his only link to his boys, now nearly men themselves.
Everyone we've talked to, as I said, they feel like your sentence is just outrageous. The judge called it a crime that you're there. How does that make you feel? Do you get frustrated, angry?
It's just difficult to understand it. I mean, I felt my sentence was definitely unnecessary, and that a 55-year sentence is not going to do anything more than a 5 or 10-year sentence would have done, except destroy my entire life.
What parts of this experience have been hardest for you?
The difficult is basically missing out on my son's lives. I was super close to my son, so not being able to be with them as they grow just kind of hits me the hardest.
Say cheese.
Beneath the teenage swagger, we discover two sensitive sons, wounded souls. Just watch as they watch this old family home movie.
Hey, give me a kiss. Kiss right here. Kiss right here. Aww.
The sound of their father's voice, both reassuring and heart-wrenching.
I noticed both you guys perked up when you heard your dad's voice.
What are you thinking? Just want to go back. Just want to go back.
Just being around them, you can feel their heartache, even through their laughter, and it's really been hard for them.
When he teared up, you teared up.
Yeah, it was really hard to see that because I know how bad he hurts. And seeing what they have gone through by losing their father, it's just emotionally destroyed me.
There are literally thousands of families in America like the Angelos tonight, mindful the price should be paid for breaking the law, but asking, pleading, how high should that price be? For Nightline, I'm Byron Pitts in Salt Lake City, Utah.
So after that story, what's your view on mandatory minimums? Go to our Facebook page and join the conversation.